Hey everyone, so some bullcrap happened at college today, and I was just about to get to sleep, but I just really have to talk about this, so let's just hop right into it. In a nutshell, this Mr. Ignorant was having a conversation with someone way across the other side of the room, and I sort of like jumped in and heard mid-conversation, and and he said something along the lines of, people with autism are not all there, or something like that, and I was just thinking like, okay, I know where this is going. This girl, was sitting across from me, who's my friend, by the way, that become really important real quick, was sort of jumped in as well, saying, well, that's not very nice thing to say, people with autism can't help it. Then Mr. Ignorant said something like, oh, it's not really that much of a deal, people say it to me all the time, and at that moment, I was just thinking to myself, like, girl, with reason. I mean, girl, if battery in this camcorder lasted long enough, girl, please. But people say that to him with reason. Trust. And he just couldn't understand why it was offensive, because if you say like a regular person is not all there, then it's kind of like a joke. But say someone with autism, is autism a learning difficulty or just like a mental thing? Like, I don't know what's name, but if it's a learning difficulty, then that's really not fair to them, and that is ignorant and rude and offensive to them. And playing at the bone with like half a brain or something, bitch, please. But anyone argue that like a dyslexic or dyspraxic is not all there? Or someone like with like all these other learning difficulties out there, would you argue that they're not all there? I mean, they're born with a fully formed brain. It's just that it's just wired differently to like a regular person's. Like it's just offensive. Why could he not understand that? And he was trying to justify it like, oh, people say it to me all the time, and this other person who he was having the conversation with was, I don't know, like trying to maybe calm down the situation by saying something like, well, everyone has a bit of autism in them and things like OCD and stuff like that. Wait, no, that's just dumb. I can half understand where she's coming from, but to say that everyone has a little bit of everything is just plain not true. Because you don't have some of a mental disorder. You know what? Just to keep it like PC, I'm just gonna like use the term like mental. I don't want to offend anyone, but like, you know, I just have to like explain the situation. You don't have like some of like a mental disorder. You either have it or you don't. What voices? I'm only a tiny bit schizophrenic. Don't worry, girl. I'll be fine. I'm only half anorexic. That just pain doesn't happen. And who put you like spaceships of the human race? I know that none of my behaviours are obsessive or compulsive. I know that I do not have autism in the slightest. I know that I'm not the slightest bit bipolar. I know that I'm not the slightest bit depressed. See that every single person on the planet has a tiny bit of each and every mental disorder is just plain untrue. And that's just fact. But maybe I'm cutting into her a bit too much, because she really wasn't like the culprit of the situation. And then the girl who was sitting across from me, who was my friend, like walked out the classroom upset. Like, I think like some other girl said she was crying, and some other person mentioned that she like had a relative, I think like cousin or she knew someone with autism or something. So she really like kind of took that to heart. And to think that something like that can make someone cry is just like, to put myself in her shoes, I'd probably shed a tear too, to know that someone's openly like insulting a particular type of person, and then justifying why what they're saying is not offensive. Go, like, it's really, just shut your mouth. He's just an arse. Just do it to shut up. And then when the teacher like sort of like half told him off about it, because she's still like a really nice black teacher, but like she still like had her word, if you know what I mean. He was kind of smug, like, oh yeah, I'm sorry, miss, I'm sorry that, like, you know what I mean? It's just, and then when the teacher went out of the room to then like see the girl, he then like went up, talked like to his friend, like to his side, and said like, oh yeah, I can't believe you cried, I can't believe you, like, you know, just plain ignorant. I said, are you gonna apologize? And then like suddenly he got his high horse to say like, oh my god, start getting involved. Okay, I'll apologise in my own time. Just stop getting involved. First of all, she's crying now. You offended her now. She's upset now. She needed that apology yesterday. So where the heck is it? And second, when you hurt one of my friends, you hurt part of me. Like, I'm not joking. Like, the amount of times I've been in situations where people could have said something to some idiot, bigot, arsehole who could have just shut his mouth, who didn't know when to close it. Like, you know, I just didn't want to see anyone else in the same situation. I think there was this one time actually that someone did sort of send up a brief. Like, I think she said leave Ruben alone, but compared to the amount of times which no one has, and how many more times have come, like, may as well round that one down to 0. But still, I believe you should treat people how you want to be treated. Not that I want to fight anyone's battles for them, or necessarily, or I want them to fight for me, but I'd rather share half the pain rather than see them there lying and to me, it's almost useless going over them afterwards saying like, well, are you okay? Are you okay? What just happened? Like, does she look okay? Like, sorry, but, like, and the amount of, and the type of experiences I have, it just made me get that kind of like, you know what, where's my battle armor, girl? Like, you know what I mean? Like, do I have to tip my weave, my earrings? Like, you know, let's do this thing. Not that, oh, are you okay? Are you okay? Like the aftercare sort of person. Like, that's just not me. And even if she wasn't my friend, the fact that something what seemed like I'm not, well, put myself in their shoes, like, of course, but to me it seemed like so like insignificant. Like, say if she had like this vase or vase or something, which was like as the as the price, cost like what 69p, could have easily got another one, but then someone just walked over and broke it. And then she's breaking out in tears. Like, even though I'd see it as not a big thing. Like, I'd still be like, oh my god, it's the bars, like, you know what I mean? Like, hey, why are you knocking the bars? And you're little like gaggle, or your little hold'em crew, you might leave everyone else to their own devices, but when I see one of my friends being hurt, I become that bitch. And you don't want to mess with that bitch. And plus, if you're having a conversation from one side of the classroom to the other, as far as I'm concerned, it's everybody's business. Everybody could have chipped in the conversation, everybody could have said something. Like, you're not talking about a situation what happened like last weekend with like the person next to you. You're having a conversation across the other side of the room. It's, as far as I'm concerned, everyone can hear, it's everyone's business. So if it was your business, then you take your business elsewhere. Wouldn't you? If something was my business, then I'd keep it my business. But if you're sharing your business with everyone else in the room, then it's everyone else's business. That's just how life works. I think the real reason he got so pissed off by me chipping in is because, like, he knew he was an arse just from day one, but now everyone in the room is fully aware of his arseness, and I just stamped on that label so damn tight to make sure it stuck, and that's what pissed him off. Now he's fully aware of his arseholeness, now everyone else is increasingly aware of his arseholeness. Like, he's just known as the arsehole of the class now. Just the arse. Just two floating ass cheeks. You made her cry, and you didn't seem to care about it. You were like all smug, like joking around, like, oh, I can't believe you made her cry. Like, oh yeah, sorry miss, like with that like weird like Joker type smirk on your face. Like, what is with that? You made someone cry. Do you not care? Like, if I knew someone was the slightest bit upset by what I said, then first of all, I wouldn't defend why I'm so offensive in the first place. I'd apologise. Like, why? Like, is it really just me? Sometimes I see other situations and I think like, really bitch? Really? But I just need to like get off my chest because, like, seriously, if you hit one of my friends, then you hit me. If you hit one of my friends, then you hit me. I don't want to fight anyone's battle for them, but I will fight them with them and make sure that you do whatever it is you have to do to make them happy again. And if you hit me, and if you come for me, then, well, I'll let someone else finish that sentence. Whew. So that's gonna be it now, like, because right now I need sleep and I'm so tired. Oh, and to the idiot who stole my idea in that class, like now it's just all coming out. But you know, I'm gonna try and keep it short and sweet. I'm gonna start uploading like more frequently, like really I am. But it's just like this is my exams over, coursework started, and then like I'm just like powering through that like really. After like transcribe this like 10-minute long clip will take like a day and a half, literally, and just too many things. But you shall see me very soon. I shall see you very soon. With your peace. Bye.